Righto folks, I finally decided that I was going to pull some of my ginger. I have already harvested about 3 kilos of it, which is what sort of came out of this one. I sold that off. I harvested this, I don't know, 10-15 minutes ago, whatever. As you can see, all the bottoms are ginger, all the tops are just the leaves and stuff. This only had 6 plants go in the start, so 6 pieces that are probably I don't know, maybe that size. You know, that's probably a big piece, but probably about that big with the green part on it there. So it had 6 pieces that size go in it. Normally I plant 9 in these. I gave them a little bit more space because I was trying to use the middle as a, like, to water them and stuff, see if I can't keep the compaction level down a little bit. But obviously it didn't work. They end up really compact. The garden beds end up really compact, so I'm gonna put some more some more manure into these ones. This one here especially, I'm gonna try that one because it was really packed up, tight around the ginger and that. But I still end up with a heap that is just really big, solid ginger. Like, there's some pieces in here that are probably a good, 200 grams per piece sort of thing. As I said, I've already sold off. I've sold 3 kilos already. I kept some of it to replant here. As you can see, there's little pieces in here. All these pieces here are bigger pieces than I would normally plant, but I thought, bugger it, let's go for it, see what we end up with. As you can see, it's a bit of a mess because I just whacked all the tops off. All this, that's a bit of lemongrass, but all of this tops, the green tops and stuff like that, they won't get wasted. They'll either go into the compost bin, or I've got an open air compost, so I'll put them in there. Same with all this. I'll trim all this off, and it'll all go in there, and all that compost ends up back in my garden, so nothing's being wasted. It's just being turned and utilised in a different spot, and it'll get broken down and utilised in a different way, or put it through a different garden. So yeah, I thought I'd just let you know about the ginger. I apologise about the traffic noise. People that have already been on here know that I live right next to a pretty busy road. It's not a highway, but it's a pretty busy road. Yeah, so there's probably another, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 kilos here, just here, that I've harvested. Now I've got probably about the same again in another garden bed around the corner, and then I've probably got about the same again in the pots and the garden beds that I've got out the front. So now those ones out the front, I'm going to let those grow on, because I planted them as younger ginger, so they're only probably about 6 or 7 months old, so I haven't got my full season out of them yet, and they're not dying off. These were dying off. Some of it was, obviously you can see a lot of it's still green, but you could see some of it starting to really bend over and start to die a little bit. So I thought, screw it, let's pull it. I am going to whack some more back in this garden bed, and I don't know, I might do something different. I might put it in a different garden bed and spread it out a little bit more and give it more space in some deeper garden beds, and I might put tomatoes in this bed actually. We'll see what happens. I guess it'll be a bit of a surprise for you, and it'll also be a surprise for me when I finally make a decision. Yeah, I'll leave it at that, and I might make another video today, and we'll see what happens.